Welcome, everyone, to episode 29 of Ultimate Gamer Podcast. I'm joined with the usual suspects, Andy
Welcome.
and Kira.
Hey everyone.
That's right, we have yet to scare her away, which is pretty shocking.
Yeah, that means there's something seriously wrong with her.
Yeah.
Or it's just pity. She feels
No.
bad.
Yeah.
No?
You said it.
Okay. I don't even remember what we did last week. Wait. We didn't do anything last week because I was in Puerto Rico. The week before that, I don't remember. All I know, there was gratuitous sex videos that we inserted into the podcast.
Yeah.
Which, did you guys like that?
My friends gave me a few laughs about that and a few punches.
No, but did you like how I put it into the video, though?
Yeah, that was interesting.
Like, I actually put a picture-in-picture right when we were listening to it.
Define like.
I'm just saying, I spent an extra 3 hours to put that
Mario
shit into
always
the
goes
video.
first.
Oh, wait. Actually, if you really want to go there, that wasn't the entirety of the video. I forgot
we
that
know.
there's an ending point to that video
Oh,
that
God.
that's after the credits, and it's actually Dr. Mario taking the baby out of Princess Peach, and it turns out it's Yoshi.
Jesus.
Oh my.
That just went dark quick.
Oh yeah. And Mario just looks like, what?
Wow. She's a kinky girl then.
Oh yeah. Well, she did say you're just like Yoshi down there.
Zelda.
Oh, Zelda! I mean, hell yeah.
One thing that we didn't get to cover last week because of you being in the third world.
Well, yeah.
Hey, no, don't deny it. It's the third world. It's not
It's
even
the third
a
world
state.
with the world's largest satellite dish.
Ah, yes, the Odyssey.
Yes. So
But anyway, first story that we should get to was Don Matrick leaving Microsoft for Zynga.
Which I did not see that coming.
Now, here's a kicker, though, is that after this happened, there were reports that were released but kind of hushed quickly that before this, Matrick himself tried to buy Zynga.
I don't remember anything like that. No.
Being Rock, Paper, Shotgun, and let's see if I can find the other's link. No, but it seems that he was trying to buy Zynga beforehand for some other unknown reason. But anyway, what do you think of his replacement?
That bitch. No, I'm just kidding. I'm so sorry if I offended anyone. I don't know. She doesn't look like a gamer.
Okay.
Well, neither did Dawn. Of course, that didn't work out very well, did it?
Yeah, it's these hazel-eyed women. I don't know.
Don looked more like a cucumber salesman. A door-to-door cucumber salesman.
Yeah, but this Julie Larson Green. Ha! She's got green eyes and her last name's Green. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. She looks young, which is good. I mean, at least she's not this old crackety old pot fucking bitch.
Well, from her recent past...
I like this. Someone wrote this. Fan-fucking-tastic. She ruined Windows 8, which I own, and now she'll ruin Xbox One.
How could you ruin it more?
I don't
Okay,
know.
many of her choices may be questionable, but then again, she doesn't really have the last say. It's more along the lines of what developers come up with. But she has brought a sizable share raise to Microsoft, which has been dying off in the past couple of years anyway.
What?
Microsoft shares have been dying off in the past decade, dude.
That's because they keep fucking things up.
Yep. But as long as she was on the board, there was a slight raise. It means that she can't be blamed entirely for the gratuitous amounts of fuck from Microsoft. But naturally, she's being drudged into this corner because of her extensive, amount of experience with the entertainment industry.
What did she do? She worked as a porno?
No, I was being sarcastic, but yeah.
Oh.
It's a questionable placement, but it seems that it was probably rushed. And I'm guessing that the reason that they kicked him out was like, I don't know. a fight between interests of Microsoft trying to get Zynga and then Don Matrick trying to get Zynga for himself. Why would Don Matrick give up everything to go to Zynga? I mean, was it that bad?
Zynga has been like on a spiral down into like shit. I mean, they're after Farmville and what was the other one?
Am I the only person on the planet who never played Farmville?
I never played it.
don't even understand why it was so interesting.
Then again, I also do not really touch my Facebook account ever.
I don't. Yeah,
I
just use it
created
for
one
news
because
updates.
everybody wanted me to, but I probably log into it maybe twice a year. I really don't care about Facebook.
What's decent? The only thing it's really decent for is like news updates, but
And
that's if
seeing
you don't
how
already have an RSS
fat and
feed.
ugly your like people from high school became.
Why would you do that? Why would you search for people?
No,
I
it's
mean,
not searching for people. Like I have people that literally added me. I'm like, oh look, you used to be
no,
awesome looking in high school.
instinctually deny any and all
Yeah,
additions.
now you look kind of ugly, but you know that's how it is.
Past is the past, let it die. That's why you should instinctually and automatically deny any and all friend requests.
Well, what about reunion requests?
What about it?
You're not gonna go to one?
Hell fucking no.
Why not?
I spent 4 years in that prison. What makes you think I'm going to go back?
To,
What force in this verse is going to drag me back to that botsy hell?
I'm gonna drag your. I'm not gonna say it.
I'd like to see you try.
This is talking to a person who had 6 cans of Red Bull today.
That's nice.
Yes.
You're what? 180, 200 soaking wet? I got a beat on you. Twice as much, okay? So
This is like.
you may be faster than me or you think you're faster than me, but I am heavier than you. So all I have to do to win this argument is sit on you. Seriously,
Wow.
you want to go back to that?
Back to
The only
what?
thing the only thing you will find in a reunion. That's what I don't understand about reunions, especially with like I went a couple of years to college, and so even then I don't want to see any of those people anymore. Why would you want to go back to something like that? Unless those 4 years were the greatest years of your life, which that's fucking sad. But even if that is the scenario, do you really want to do that to yourself? The only thing that you will find there is either shame in yourself, shame in the people that you thought were your friends, or shame in the fact that everything you thought was dear or interesting is in fact not.
Alright. Basically, here's something someone once told me. There's no reason to be on Facebook and there's no reason to catch up with old friends because if the person is your friend, you're already talking with them and in constant contact with them.
I guess that works for you. Yeah.
No, but it's true if you think about it.
It kind of doesn't work for me. I'm a sociopath. I'm
Yeah, but you haven't gotten rid of me yet.
you're not boring. Some of the time.
Okay, so next. We're going to jump to number 4 on the list.
May as well.
Yeah, we're going to cover Microsoft first. Then we'll move on. Xbox One Fanboys. Now, this is something that came out like late last week, and I was just like, I was really baffled and
Yes, to
pretty-
top off this story, which I saw at
Yeah.
the same time that I saw an adjacent story on my feed that said the Best Buys had sold out Xbox Ones.
Wow, congratulations, Best Buy. You're trying to be relevant.
Whoopee.
But we're
How
not-
could anyone think that bringing back the old DRM, which we all valiantly fought for with our united voice of saying, no, we don't want the DRM, and then having a couple of people lose their jobs and an entire company reverse its 5 to 10 year system paradigm on the whim of a bunch of madmen? Yes, we're the madmen. Or women.
No,
Whatever.
These are legitimate morons.
Yeah, I mean, the only little bitty reason that I could see someone even thinking about supporting the idea of having DRM back is the fact that Microsoft can switch it back on whenever they want anyway.
Microsoft is going
But
to
other
switch
than
back on.
that, yeah. So, I mean, I guess I could somehow see how people would be like, well, you may as well turn it on before everyone buys a console anyway, just so that you won't be pissing off gamers in the future. Um, but yeah, other than that, I don't understand it either.
See, the only thing that's happening right now is Microsoft is using the same mechanic that has worked for years in other corporations and other aspects. For the cigarette companies and for the churches. Hook them while they're young and then switch them about at the end.
Yeah.
See, you're hooking up a whole bunch of people, whether they're new consumers or old consumers, into this system thinking, hey, they changed it because of what I said. Faking a sense of wanting to give something back to the community, to the gaming community, which is really not the case. And then they are going to switch it back because it's part of their paradigm. A majority of the tool sets that were supposed to be the interesting aspects of the system, the cloud gaming, the cloud processing, the ability to play your game anywhere as long as it's saved on your system, et cetera, et cetera. Stuff like that, that works and coincides and needs the DRM. So I can understand for those people who want those things, why they would push and sacrifice the ability of sharing a game to have those things. But to just blatantly go out against the mass public who has all agreed that DRM is stupid in this scenario, I don't know.
I just can't even imagine the stupidest Xbox fanboy to just say, "Hey, I think it's a great idea that I cannot share my games with my friends." Like,
Now,
I
don't get
just,
me wrong.
No, but have you read the petition form though? The
no, I
guy
actually
literally
haven't.
he literally writes. He says, "We want the console of the future back."
It's not
Like,
the console of the future. It's,
Kind of makes me think that it wasn't exactly a real person who wrote this, but maybe just some PR firm hired under the wire by Microsoft in order to get some, quote, grassroots support for their original console plan.
oh, I date my sister and I want me that damn
No, because that's
Xbox.
what would totally make sense. I mean, Microsoft can't officially go out and say, hey, you people are stupid and you're not going to make us as much money. You should totally do DRM. Instead, they're saying, okay, we'll do this because you say it. I would definitely not put it past them for them to hire some outside PR firm or some outside group and start a petition based on the views of a set of true gamers, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, obviously, there's not going to be a story here because this is not going to get that interesting. This is just a blip in the Darwin screen of things. I mean, obviously, some
So
people are
wait,
going to get
just
lifelong
just
memberships
just
to the
say
Darwin
it.
Award.
What are they?
They're people that definitely need to be taken out of the gene pool. That's for sure.
No, no. They're plebeians.
Plebeians of the week.
I think we should actually start a segment like that. Just be like every week, plebeian of the week, and then just explain why.
Plebeian of the week award goes to those who have immeasurable amounts of idiocy, and I portrayed them in astonishing matters.
That
Let us
is
pray for that.
everybody who signed that fucking petition.
Yeah, I think don't they publish those names?
I think they do actually.
Then obviously we have a lot of fuel for a lot of horrible things we can do.
Well, how about we just look up the thing and just start calling out random names?
You know what? Why not?
what does the petition even say? Like, what is the main reason why Xbox One fanboys want DRM back? And I don't want any of we want the console of the future crap, because that's
That's
not
actually
console of
literally the
future.
entirety of it. They just want the console as it was originally meant to come out. They don't like change.
I like me some change. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some people
Oh,
don't.
here it is. I just sent it to you. Okay. So give us the Xbox One we were promised at E3. And they're saying we want this back. It reached 10,000 signatures. Really?
What the heck?
Really?
You know what? Let's give these people
Okay, the
benefit of
petition
doubt.
was by David Fautney, not. How about David Fuck You?
Okay, that's
From Georgia. He had 16,687 supporters for this bullshit.
Okay, here are the kickers. Todd McGoats.
Todd McGoats.
McGoats. Etspots Rules, Illinois. If you don't sign this, you are gay and you will never be part of my Halo clan. D-Trex Gaming, Fums, Arizona. It's so important that the Xbox One is shittier again. I'm starting to think that a lot of these are just jokes.
That's when I first read an article about how the fanboys want DRM back, I literally thought it was just some kind of giant troll. And then I
John,
come to find
what's it
out.
to ya at Sonyville, Wyoming? I'll sign
Yeah.
it to help the PS4 so we have no stupid people on the same console as me.
300 likes.
Fuck.
McGee.
Australia. I love restrictions. I want always online DRM. I want the game rental business to become obsolete. I don't want to let my friends borrow games because fuck them. All I care about is my good damn new age console. Everything else out of the water! Exclamation point. Fuck the PS4 and fuck those Sony guys for catering to fans who care about their gaming experience. Fuck PC. That shit is stupid. Steam? Question mark? Fuck that shit. They never have sales or anything. It's not as affordable as buying my games from the Xbox Live Marketplace. I love Microsoft and their business practices. Will be the best forever. Fuck yes. Heart. Xbox.
Okay, he's not serious.
Of course, but
Obviously,
it's
he's not
hysterical. I
serious.
love it. The sarcasm is awesome.
Okay,
I like
because
this.
I was about to say,
I
because
like this. I like
okay,
the
oh.
Javier Marcano from Harlow, United Kingdom. I don't want to pay $400 to $500 for a console that essentially looks prettier, but does exactly the same thing our current generation does. Microsoft was just trying to pave the way towards the unavoidable digital future all consoles will follow, if not this gen. Then then next generation. Being innovative just as they were last generation with Xbox Live. Granted,
You just keep going.
I didn't agree with all the policies brought forward, but at least I understood the end goal, and it wasn't such a big deal for me. They said their stuff straightforward and took the heat while Sony innovated nothing, changed nothing, and helped feed people's fear that change is bad and that it's good to pay again for what you already have and can do. Sony said what people wanted to hear and only later revealed the truth of their policies in small interviews after E3. Who is the better company? Question mark. The one that says things up front in front of the world, or the one that lurks in the shadows about the reality of what it's bringing forward? It's sad so many gamers are so short-sighted.
Well, sadly, that last part's right, but yeah. It scares me that this guy actually thinks he's right, or he's a very, very well thought out troll.
Yeah.
Now, out of the 4 in the front page, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the front page, 4 are obvious trolls. One of them being a very, very elaborate troll. Fuck McGee, Australia.
At this point, I can't even almost tell because there's so many dumb Xbox One fans in the world. Sometimes I can't even decide like
Well,
which
again,
is
the
trolling
market
and
share that-
sarcasm and which one is not.
Just remember, these are the same fans who paid to play online without getting any value out of that $60 a year. Just remember that. Which I had a whole shit ton of people say to me, why are you supporting PS Plus? Why are you supporting the PS4? Because I'm getting my value with PlayStation Plus. As I said, within the course of 24 hours, I easily got $60 worth of games for free. So if you go through the course of a year, you're bound to be getting thousands of dollars worth of games for free. Because they're not giving you shit. They're giving you actually games that may have came out a month or two ago, and I'm actually surprised they do that shit. But I don't know. I think Microsoft is just retarded as always.
I did it, see, and I'll do it again, see?
That's right, say. Now you're all gonna talk
Your
quietly,
coppers ain't
please.
got nothing on me.
Now you're all gonna suck my dicks, eh? That's right.
Oh, someone needs a mouth hug.
What?
Anyway.
A mouth hug. Okay, wait. I fuck Sony, Japan, United Kingdom.
So,
Because I'm a complete Sony retard and I see all other consoles as a threat. One person reasoned for signing. I just want to see the Xbox One fail.
it's
That's
not so
actually-
much
Hey,
as
there's
it's
a reason.
You know what? That is a reason I can respect.
I like this. So it's like, he signs because it moves the market forward. Yeah, you're full of shit, buddy. These are
Andy
funny.
Novikov, because it will kill pirates.
Retards Anon, Stupid People California. Please sign this petition. Support retards. Let's see. What is Christian Bale, United Kingdom. Stick to your guns, Microsoft. Bring back your original policy. Even though I've been gaming for 25 plus years, I have not cried and moaned about anything to the extent of some of the DRM haters. It's borderline ridiculous, I say, good sir. No one is forcing people to purchase the Xbox One. I got a Cockney accent turning into a Wales accent. I'm sorry. And I do believe that a lot of the crybabies never intended to. It just gave them something else to moan about. You all know who you are. Let all the babies go to the PS4. At least that way, I won't have to endure the constant whining during, I believe it's multiplayer games, or MP games, or whatever. Christian Bale.
Massive penis games. I like these. You know what? At least this gave us a laugh this week.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see if I can find another one. Damien Talaga, Mitchum, United Kingdom. Woo, shitbots. Bring the shit back.
Bring the shit back.
Ian Moon, Louisville, Kentucky. Some people just want to watch the world burn. Okay. Dark Bilbo, Xbox for Men, Alabama. Or Albany, Russian Federation? What? I don't know what AL is. Anyway, let's see what MS promised for Xbox One. 1. DRM, question mark. 2. TV. 3. Sports. 4. Call of Duty Dog. Now, without no DRM, equal bad TV. Weak sports, I think we still good. With God Dog, maybe. But if you like TV and sports, sigh this. That guy is such an asshole. So, Jake R., I just want to see if Microsoft actually does it. You know what? I respect for that. Thank you very much, Jake R. from Geneva, Switzerland. Let's see, Damien Talaga. Nope. Retards Anon, Stupid People, California. I'll support this for the endless waves of stupid people to enjoy being screwed over by Microsoft. John Johnson, Osaka, Mexico, because I don't have internet and I want to use it as a coffee table. Don Matrick, Los Angeles, California writes, Don Matrick, because buy a PS4. Kesrith Noxie from Naziland, Arkansas, states, I'm an idiot! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Steve McGee, once again, Australia, go PS4. Jose Santana, Spain, I am a super fanboy, Sonier, I don't know what that is, and I want to see Xboxers crying. Sonier? Sonyite?
Senior?
Senor.
Senor.
Abel Watson, I don't want to see two consoles that are practically the same.
Tommy Bell from Mount Vernon, New York, did an ASCII key art of Jean-Luc Picard facepalming.
You gotta send me that one. Can you copy and paste that into the Skype chat so I can see it?
Okay. Let's copy and
Paste. Didn't quite come out as.
you gotta resize everything. It's stretched because he did a double space, the bastard.
I'll just throw that into a notepad.
Stephenson Laytonson, Spokane Valley, Washington. You guys should do a 360 and get the fuck out of there, Mang. I want to watch this stupid console die. It sounds like the perfect way to do it. As a gamer, I'm mad. PC. Right arrow. PS4. Actually, no, it'd be greater than dog shit. Greater than Xbox. Signed. I think people are just signing this to get the PS4 to be a better system. Takashi Taku, New York. We were promised. Wow, that has a lot of curses and is clearly 4 pages long.
I like how someone put this, and the retard nation stands up.
Scott Harden from St. Charles Point says, I love the bone.
That's why if you bought it, you got boned up the ass.
Retards and non-stupid people, California, once again, a new wave of gaming where you could buy games digitally, then trade, share, or sell those digital licenses. Only if that was true. Why not give the consumer those features without restricting them? X-Bone. The X-Bone?
Yeah, Xbox One, X-Bone. That's because Microsoft's fucking retarded. They didn't realize that people are going to abbreviate it as X-Bone.
Vasco Mendez. Microsoft spent a lot of time stating why their policy is better than Sony's and Nintendo's. Let's see them carry through with it.
Larry Brannon from Madrid, Spain states, I love the Xbox. Heart. Restricting people is the future. I mean, just look at the dictatorship in Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is the most futuristic country in the world due to restrictions. Let's see. Haha Demps from Illinois. Because lol. That's, Ichigo 100 from Chester, Vermont states, because I'm a fucking retard, herp derp. Not really lol, I just want to see the spy box crash and burn some more. Yeah, everyone has a lot of hate towards the Etzbone. Laurent Blows Cazard, France. DRM are so cool. They are the future. Why freedom? We don't need it.
Master Chief from Hollywood, California says DRM is the future, and that's what makes SimCity and Diablo 3 better.
Irony.
Haris Banusa from Phoenix, Arizona. We all want this brick that costs $400 to $500 US.
This is so entertaining.
Borat Sagdiev, Altima, Kazakhstan. In Kazakhstan, we think American technology very good, and now I see very primitive.
All right, here's actually the real press release that Don Matrick wrote that they had to rewrite. He wrote this. All right, you fucking ingrates, you win. That's right. We'll drop the used game blocking DRM so you can sell a game you bought for fucking $60 back to GameStop for $7 in store credit. We will drop the required once a day internet connection shit too, even though all you require constant 24 internet connections so you can check out all the latest reposted memes about how the X-Bone is so damn derpy, or whatever the fuck that horse cartoon is saying these days. Hell,
That horse cartoon.
hell, we'll even drop the region locking because fucking who cares at this point? Really, This was our fault. We didn't realize you just wanted the same fucking console as before. You know, the one you already own, but with slightly nicer graphics. We were trying to do something new. By forcing you to connect to the internet, we would be able to be able to guarantee cloud support for all games, which would allow huge game universes that wouldn't be limited to what we could fit on a disc. By restricting used games, we'd guarantee that developers who make the games made money instead of some shit-stained executives at GameStop. Haha, but then again, I'm sure you give the same shit over to Valve over Steam, right? Since they require an internet connection to download games, and that you can't resell or borrow games through them, right? Oh wait, that's right, you fucking love Steam for doing the exact same shit. Fuck. But Steam has great sales all the time, you whine. So maybe we would have too if you would have given us a goddamn chance instead of crucifying us 6 months before you even tried the system. Christ. Now, the Xbox One and PS4 will be virtually identical. What kind of consumer group will want choices and options that are different from another? Anyhow. Now you basement dwellers on the internet can argue which of the systems are better by going over the nebulously different hardware specs and a handful of exclusive titles instead of the actual substantive differences between Sony and Microsoft's next-gen consoles. Again, just like last time. You're all a pack of idiot dogs barking incessantly. I give up, I throw you a bone, an X-bone, haha, get it? I will get you fuckers back for this. I will buy every franchise you love, make it an Xbox One exclusive, and make you use Bing for 15 minutes before you can play the game. Fucking words. P.S. Oh, you're whining about Kinect watching you? Yeah, because we really want to watch some of Out of Shape's 20-something-year-old sitting in their underwear and play Skyrim for 8 hours straight. You got us. You uncovered our master plan to look at your gross, horrible bodies in poorly lit studio apartments.
Yeah, pretty much.
I like this, and this is very cleverly written. I'm pretty sure he wrote something like that, and then they're like, you can't seriously release this. I love you guys for feedback. Okay, so next we'll go to PS4. PS4 pre-orders are sold out completely at GameStop, Amazon, Best Buy, Blockbuster, which I find hysterical. You guys remember that, like, the very first news report was from Blockbuster saying these are record sales. I'm like, I'm surprised you guys are still around.
Yeah, I didn't even know they
That's actually the
existed.
first thing. It's like, holy crap, Blockbuster's still around?
It's like saying Roy Rogers just outsold their chicken. It's like,
I haven't checked my Blockbuster card in like a decade. Can I still use it?
record sales, we sold 5.
Which for our only branch is huge.
Heck,
By
well,
the branch, they mean the second utility closet in the back of a Sam Goody. If you remember what a Sam Goody is.
you know, if Blockbuster knew what they were doing, they would have done what Redbox did.
Yeah. Well, if you understand why Blockbuster failed now, is because back in like 2005, 2006, the the CEO of Blockbuster said that online streaming will never catch on.
Yep.
It's too complicated for the average user.
Yep.
I gotta find the original doc.
And he also basically turned down a partnership with Netflix.
Oh my god.
Stupid ass.
I hope the guy committed Harry Carey, because that has to be the dumbest decision ever.
Yep. He does not have foresight. Alright, so PS4 pre-orders sold out completely. Let's just lay it on the table. Of the three of us, I'm the only one that will have a PS4 on day of launch.
Yeah.
Kiss my ass.
No.
No?
No.
No? No.
PC Master Race all the way, motherfucker.
I know, my GTX 690 is like, yeah, wake
So
me up.
congratulations, you bought yourself a very, very nice
toaster.
That's what it looks like. It kind of does. You know, I'm surprised no one's made the memes yet for the thing. Because remember the George Foreman PS3?
Yeah, honestly, geek culture's not even trying at this point.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. But yeah, I pre-ordered, what was it, Knack for the thing. I think Killzone Shadowfall I might get. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, those things are going like for crazy amounts on eBay. Have you checked that out?
Yep.
People are literally selling them for like $1,000. I'm not kidding.
Because people are dumb enough to think that they're going to need one and not realize that, hey, if I wait a week, they'll probably be in the store shelves.
Well, actually, that's kind of what happened with the Wii U. The Wii U, when I pre-ordered the deluxe edition, the deluxe edition sold out. They were going for, I think, like $600 on eBay. And then literally the day after launch, they went down to the same price. Because Nintendo failed to sell out.
Well, Nintendo hasn't exactly been the best at selling out recently.
Well,
Which
they
kind of
were.
brings us to the next story, really, that Kira wanted to talk about.
Go ahead, Kara. The show floor is yours.
Okay, well, I was just gonna say, is buying a Wii U really worth it at this point? And what I mean by that is it really worth buying to play the lack of first and third parties that they don't have?
There will be a boom of sales next month. Why?
I agree.
Pikmin 3.
And I totally agree with that. And I mean, that's a lot of people bought a Wii U from the beginning because of Pikmin 3. I think it just kept getting delayed.
Yeah, because they're assholes. I played Pikmin
Yeah.
3 at, what was it called? The Comic-Con, New York. They had Pikmin 3, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. It was supposed to come out, I think, December, or it was supposed to come out, like, within the first, like, 30 to 90 days. And then they delayed it spring. Well, then they delayed it to fucking summer. But it better be a very good game. And from what I've seen in like screenshots and stuff lately, it's going to look like a very pretty game for the Wii U.
Yeah, it looks great. But like one of the things that, I mean, as far as first parties go, they have the new Super Mario Bros. Wii U, or new Super Mario Bros. U, which is great and all, and yeah, it's gonna sell the console, and they're gonna sell a lot of copies of that, but really, it's just like a remake of the same game over and over again. So, I mean, and then there's Game & Wario, which I actually heard was awful.
It was shit.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing.
I played that.
So, really, after those two, I mean, you really don't have a lot when it comes to first parties. I mean, we still don't have Zelda, we still don't have Metroid or Star Fox or any of that.
Most of the games are coming out next year, and that's the biggest issue. Like, Nintendo fucked up at E3. When you announce all the games that are system sellers, and you can't tell me they're not, because, I mean, you look at the 3DS, it only started selling like hotcakes the second that Mario Kart 7 and the Mario 3D Land came out. That's when the thing took off.
Yep.
And, you know, I think Nintendo is stupid if they think they can go another year without releasing a 3D Mario title or Mario Kart for the system.
Yeah,
I
or
think
at least
they're
Super
stupid.
Smash Bros. But even that'll be a while.
Yep.
But I mean, and even with, and then there's third parties. I mean, they have Assassin's Creed 3, which you could have gotten even earlier for the Xbox 360 or the PS3. What they really need are some exclusives. And I know Bayonetta 2 is coming out, but I don't think it's coming out for a while either,
I think
if I'm not
the
mistaken.
third parties are also stupid because they're part of the problem. If you look at EA, their rationale is, well, we're going to pull support because there's not a lot of sales. Well, you don't realize that in you pulling support, you're only making the situation worse. You're not making it better. So it's one of those things where Nintendo is basically, you know, swimming up shit's creek because they're not going to have the support. You look at Zombie U, they're not releasing a sequel because it didn't sell that well. Even though it was an excellent game. I mean, I beat it the other day. But, I mean, Ubisoft, EA, Activision, they are the part of the problem. You look at Activision, they never released the fucking DLC for Black Ops 2 for the Wii U. Even though the system is more than capable of doing it, They never bothered to do it.
Yep.
So you're basically saying, fuck you, Wii U owners, and the Wii U owners are in turn saying, fuck you, we're not going to buy your games. You know, I will not buy another Call of Duty game for the Wii U. I won't.
It's almost as if someone might have pointed this out 6 months ago.
Who, you?
Hmm.
Who? I'm lost.
Yes. Remember, one of the first episodes you had me co-hosting. I said the same exact thing.
Oh, yeah. Wii U has no games. That's what you said.
Wii U has no games, and it won't have any games for quite some time. And that's the reason why they screwed up the first quarter. It was nothing but the Wii U, and what did the Wii U do? Came out with a handful of games and said,
At least
hey,
Microsoft did it right.
Yeah, we promise you'll get some games next year.
No, they announced that when you think it's supposed to come out. They're like, you know, I was expecting, okay, holiday season. I'm like, fine, at least, you know, I only have to worry about the dry spell of the summer, and, you know, you just get, you know, September,
what kind of a
October.
logistics fuck-up could it have been?
I don't know. And then every little game that was supposed to come out in spring and summer, they're like, we need a little bit more time. It's like, well, are you fucking retarded? You're basically saying, yeah, there's no point buying our system. That's all I got out of E3 this year. It's like, if you bought one already, you're screwed. And if you're thinking about buying one, we just made your decision a hell of a lot easier.
Pretty much.
Well, and one of the reasons why I actually wanted to bring it up in this podcast was because, like, I really wanted to buy a Wii U in the beginning, and because of some of the games that were coming out, such like Pikmin 3, Super Smash Bros, and stuff like that. But and then when Mass Effect 3 was released for it, I was like, oh, well, that seems cool, but you can't even transfer your character from Mass Effect 1 and 2, so it's kind of honestly, Mass Effect 3 is almost useless on the Wii U.
Well, that was part of the problem. They were releasing, like, in the beginning, all the third parties are stupid. Let's release games that came out a year ago for $60 on a new platform. That was a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
They should have released these for $30. They would have sold like hotcakes.
I know, I agree. I mean, I would have loved to play Mass Effect 3 on the Wii U gamepad. I think that would have been a cool experience. But for another $60, not worth it when I already have it on Xbox 360. Same thing with Batman Arkham City. Assassin's Creed 3 again.
They were trying to turn it into a quick cash-in. They're like, hey, look, you could throw the Batarang with this thing and pay us $60. Like, no, I can get the game for $10 on Steam. Why the fuck would I pay $60?
Exactly. And that's another thing. And a lot of people tell me, because I do want to support Nintendo, because, you know, I really do. But I do like Nintendo. But at the same time, like, I really wanted to get one of the first games I wanted to get for Wii U, when and if I bought one, it was Sega and Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed.
Which was okay.
But, yeah, I mean, it looks really fun. But once again, you can get that for the 360, you can get that for the PS3, you can get it on Steam for like $20. I can get it like right now for like 10 on their summer sale on PC. So really, I'm really having trouble here because Sonic Lost World.
No. Remember, PC gaming is way too expensive.
Ugh.
Says the $10 games on sale right now.
Yeah, no joke. You can get 17 Sonic the Hedgehog games for $15. And I'm not talking about a bunch of old ones. I'm talking about you can get Sonic Generations.
And this is getting into
Sonic
the Steam summer sale.
Oh, motherfucker. I'm going to buy you one right now.
Dude, go.
I haven't even. Oh, I have not even bothered. Like,
dude, go.
I missed out last year. I missed out the year before that. I'm gonna do it this year. I'm finally
a few tidbits of information for people who may be interested in the Steam summer sale. There are 3 types of sales: week-long sales, day-long sales, and flash sales. Now, the flash sales are sales that are people vote what game do they want to go on sale, and it will go on sale every 2 to 3 hours.
Shit.
So if your game isn't on sale, it's going to be on sale eventually at some point. So get a few Steam points or get your wallets ready and start buying these shits. We're looking at CSGO, Global Offensive, usually going for $39, going as low as $15 to $10. The original Half-Life, Counter-Strike, all the classics down to $5.
What?
You can get Borderlands 2 Roll, while we speak, you can get Borderlands 2 for $11, while
Oh
in
yeah, that's
store
the.
for consoles, it's
I voted
60.
for that one. I voted for that one. It went on
Yeah, I
sale
did
a few
too.
hours ago,
Yeah,
and it's
so
going to be on sale
$50
for a few more
cheaper.
hours. By the time you hear this podcast, folks, I'm sorry, but the sale will probably be over. But there's probably something else on sale, and you'll probably have a chance to put Borderlands 2 on sale again. So get your asses on Steam, PC Master Race.
The Sonic games all the Sonic games are 50% off, plus you can get the whole pack of them for only $15 until July 22nd. So that's a whole week or a whole 10 days.
Wait, that
So,
includes like the racing and everything?
Yeah, that
heck
includes
yeah.
everything.
Holy shit,
Trans
I'm doing
Well,
it.
just think of it
Do
this
it.
way: the
You get
original
like
Counter Strike,
Sonic
like the old Counter Strike, that had Day of Defeat, Ricochet, all those old games, they're being sold $1 to $2 a piece, or you can buy them all for $3. So you're talking about actual good games that still have a freaking vibrant community that'll put challenge for $3. You're getting dozens upon dozens of games.
So this is where everyone's like, well, why would you buy $1,000 graphics card? Well, because I'll make up the difference.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
joke. And
and it's going.
I've
Oh,
actually noticed something lately. I got gifted Sonic Adventure 2 for on Steam. Uh, and I played it, and I'm amazed how well it looks on a PC. Because I've always grown up playing it on the Dreamcast or the GameCube, and then when I started playing it on my PC, even on the lowest setting, so that it'll run on my PC, it looks phenomenal. And this is coming from someone who's really not used to PC gaming, and I've done consoles all my life. But seriously, if you play stuff on the PC, it looks fantastic.
Which is why we're opening up the Build Kira a Gaming Rig Fund. You can donate.
Yeah.
yeah, she's a girl. Trust me, she will donate in the thousands.
No, we're not doing it.
Of course not. That would be morally ambiguous. Yes, we are.
Link below.
Now, another big thing for the Steam sale, though, is that a lot of indie games are also going on sale. Stuff like Dear Esther, stuff like They Bleed Pixels. So if you've heard of these games but didn't have the time, patience, or the willingness to put $10 down, now you can put $1 or $2 down and try some of the best games in indie right now, which will change your mind and make you love the indies.
Bastion
I hate
is
indies.
$2.24.
Why does everyone say they like Bastion? Was it really that good?
Bastion is actually pretty good.
What is it about?
It's an old. It's think RPG. Think really, really, really like back in the old days, going back to the roots. Final Fantasy, but it looks beautiful. The story's great. Combat systems actually like very both intuitive and very challenging.
Okay, so wait. You could get Bioshock Infinite for $30.
Yep.
You can get Scribblenauts Unlimited, a game that launched for $60 on the Wii U. You can get it for $5.
Yep.
See, we're starting to sound like a commercial for Steam, but the only reason I wanted to bring it up is because of other stuff like Dear Esther, or a lot of Greenlight projects. That,
You can get a game that literally came out like 2 months ago, Defiance. Defiance, you can get it for, what was it? For $13.
Yep.
It's a daily deal. And this
It's
game,
the Steam sale, motherfucker.
the game came out April 2nd, 2013, and you can buy it for $13. Normally a $40 game, according to this. I don't like Defiance, so I'm not buying it. But
Kerbal Space Program
yeah.
is already planned to go down from like the $24 range to the $10 range.
Flash sales, here we go. New every 8 hours. You
Yep.
can get Euro Truck Simulator 2 for $10.
Yeah, no one's gonna vote for that one.
Oh, you can get Saints Row the Third for $5 if you vote. I honestly don't give a shit.
Saints Row the Third is
Borderlands 2. Like, I didn't like the first one, so I'm not even gonna bother the second one.
although the Skype group that I'm in is saying good things about Borderlands too, so it all really depends.
I enjoy Borderlands very much.
Well, there ain't no rest for the wicked. But when it comes down to it, the thing
See
that
what you
we
did
should
there?
all take away the thing we all need to take away from this is hello, fucking Steam kicks ass PC Master Race. If you got $5 in your pocket, you can buy a very, very good possibly even award-winning game and enjoy it right now because of the Steam Summer Sale. And this is
Son of a
why
fucking PC gaming always rules because we can do this. Try having something like this happen in the PlayStation Store or the Xbox
Okay,
Live
here we
Store.
go. Basically, for the Sonic collection, right? They're saying if you were to buy each game individually right now, it would be $80. If you buy it now, it's $15. You're saving $65, and you're
Yep.
So
getting.
awesome.
How many games are you getting in this one?
17. I
More
think.
than a dozen.
You're getting tons, and these are like good games. Like you get
I will
the Sonic
legally. I'll
Genesis
finally
game.
have Sonic Generations legally.
By the way, you guys heard that, what was it, the Xbox Live Beta Store had a problem with its points earlier this week that they had to shut down. People were, their points were no longer valid in the Xbox Live
Hey,
Store.
they support PayPal. Fucking A.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
Finally, I
PC
haven't
Master
bought
Race.
a game in a while, so I agree, and then I don't.
But
wanna
anyway,
charge
when
my
Steam can
credit
pull
card.
off a sale of this magnitude, and Xbox Live is still in the middle of refunding UK users because they got pinched on the currency conversion market system, you got to ask yourself,
Okay, guys, I just
how
spent
much money are you really
$15.
saving?
I just spent $15.
Yeah, and you spent. You're not going to regret it. It's a good $15.
I know. I now have 62 games.
Yeah, dude. If you take the average $60 that you would get for
Hey,
one
I
game,
bought
if
for,
you go into this sale with $60, you will easily surpass 100 good games.
Motherfucker, I have too many Sonic games.
That is a lie. You can never have too many.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
find. Hey, while we're
This
doing
woman
our
speaks truth.
podcast, I'm gonna install Sonic All Stars Racing. Now, this is the power of FiOS, and this is our sponsor, FiOS. Light ahead.
I wish.
I am currently downloading. Now, this is the speed. I just gotta put it out there here. I'm currently downloading Sonic All Stars Racing Transformed at 8. Wait, it's going higher. 8.9 megabytes a second. That's insane.
Now, I got a snippet for any Dreamcast lovers out there, both in the podcast and Kira. I know you played the Dreamcast. Crazy Taxi, if anyone remembers that game.
I love
Yes.
Crazy Taxi.
I didn't
Well-
play it for the Dreamcast though. I played it for PS2, but still just as
Yeah,
good.
but the Dreamcast version had. Well, I believe it had a better soundtrack in my
Ooh, I
opinion.
got Sonic
played-
CD. Hell yeah.
What was
Heck
it?
yeah.
Hell yeah.
It came out with a version of Crazy Taxi for iOS, which is a port of the Dreamcast version. So it's out there. I'm not a fan of iOS, but if you are unfortunate enough to have an Apple product, I suggest you download it and pay the obscene price of, I don't
I'm
know.
unfortunate enough to have an Apple product.
You sad, sad, poor soul. Anyway,
I use my Apple product to host video files.
in order to live through the horror of your own existence, I suggest you take a look at Crazy Taxi on iOS.
I just finished downloading Sonic CD. It took all but 30 seconds.
Folks, this is going to be for the rest of the episode, just him talking about his download speed.
I'm downloading at 10 megabytes a second right now.
Just fast forward to the last 5 minutes if you're listening now.
Okay, wait, let me go back to Steam sale. Is there anything else that I should buy?
Dude, if you look at it, you're going to easily spend like 60, 50 bucks.
But you're going to have enough games to last you for like...
You're going to have
like
enough
2
games
years.
to kill a moose with, okay? That's
You're never going to finish them.
Nope.
Half-Life Complete. What does that include?
Half-Life Complete includes every single version of Half-Life 1 mods. So that's Half-Life. That's Half-Life Blue Shift.
I already
That's
have all
Team
those.
Fortress 1. That's Ricochet. That's Day of Defeat.
Ricochet.
That's, what is it? They're all there. It's like more than a dozen games. Each one effectively like $5 to $10.
You can get
sometimes
Grand Theft
$50.
Auto 4 for $10.
Yep.
That's still cheaper than PS3 or the Xbox 360.
Antichamber, a great game. You can get it for $6.
You can get Final Fantasy 7 for 11.
Don't Starve, which is a 2D version of Minecraft. If you've ever been interested in it, $8.99.
Motherfucker, they have Tomb Raider for 25. I paid 60.
Yep, I was just about to say that actually.
Tomb Raider is an awesome game. Highly recommend it for anyone out there.
Okay, once again, what you need to take away from this, go to Steam.
You can get the first Tomb Raider, like the first ever Tomb Raider on PlayStation 1 for $2.
Ah, yes. Killing a Tyrannosaurus Rex with 2 Colt 5s. Oh, no, no, no. They were like really weird modified I don't know what the hell they were.
Oh, you guys might actually be interested in this. You can also buy the Tomb Raider collection, includes 10 games. It's 50% off its normal price, which is 70. You can get it for $34.99.
Motherfucker, I paid $70 for that.
So
Yeah.
you could pay
I feel so
get
stupid.
a couple of decades of dude. Left 4 Dead 2, or usually $20,
Tomb Raider.
$4.99.
I feel really stupid that I bought shit earlier.
Yeah. So let's see. You bought the new Tomb Raider for $60. For half that price, you can buy 10 Tomb Raider games from the franchise.
Oh, and here's another one that is necessary for every single person out there who likes video games, who truly likes video games. System Shock 2, a seminal gaming experience, $4.99. This is the thing that spawned the idea for BioShock. This is where, paranoid gaming comes from. Not to mention that The Binding of Isaac is $2.49 and To the Moon is $2.99. I mean, these are great.
I now
great
have
games.
to play Sonic Adventure again. Damn you.
Oh, please.
You suck,
That's my
Kira.
favorite.
Thank you for... Oh, wow. I even have the Sega Genesis and Mega Drive Classics?
Yes.
Son
You
of
have
a
everything.
bitch.
It's like the best deal I've probably ever
Yeah,
seen
I'm
in
just
my life.
surprised I have all these. Oh, I have Resident Evil Revelations? I don't remember buying that.
Supreme Commander 2, one of my favorite RTSs, $4.41. The Ship, which is a mod for Half-Life, which is extremely addicting, $4.99. You'd be a fool not to get it.
I'm a fool because I hate it.
You didn't like it?
I don't know what you were talking about.
Well, I suggest you try it. Another game that I really liked, and unfortunately I had bought before it went on sale here, Braid and Under the Ocean. 2 really, really, really good indie games. Let's see, what else is on... And these are all the games I'm talking about are under $5. You got $5 in your pocket, don't you?
What? This is sounding like one of those telethons.
Yeah, I know, it's weird, but I'm just looking over like they've expanded the... Dude, Jet Set Radio for $5. Jet Set Radio.
You can get the original BioShock. What?
Let's see, X3 for $3.99. That's Space Combat
Ooh,
Sim.
you can get one of the most hardcore games out there. Postal 2.
Oh my god, I remember that game. That was great.
Yeah, I remember that. Wasn't that banned? It was supposed to get
That's
adult
banned in
only.
Australia, yeah.
Yeah.
It's still banned in Australia.
Look, fucking Mario Brothers is banned in Australia. Those are a bunch of pansies.
Yeah, they are, but they still are the happiest place on earth, apparently.
You can
Holy
get the last
shit.
remnant for $3.
Grand Theft Auto 4 Complete Edition for $15.
Deus Ex Human Revolution, $9.99. Gunpoint, a very, very nice indie game, $8.99. Let's see what else. Batman Arkham Asylum for $10.
Whoa.
Let's see.
I think
What else?
the Grand Theft Auto 4 Complete Edition is a good deal. $15 for...
The Half-Life 1 Anthology for $7.49. And how many games do you get? 1, 2, 3, 4. Price of individual games would be $12.46 with this sale. We're looking at a $7.49 bundle. You pay $5.
Do you get these kind of deals at Origin?
GameStop?
At
No.
Origin? No,
You know,
because EA isn't about the gamer.
you could probably get a couple of runtime errors with Origin, but yeah, no.
Have you guys played The Cave? It's pretty awesome.
Okay, now here's the kicker. What is it? The Half-Life Complete. Half-Life 1, 2, Deathmatch, Episode 1, Episode 2, Lost Coast, Blue Shift, Opposing Force, Source, Team Fortress Classic. All of this, which would usually be $30-some-odd, or actually 40 some odd dollars, can be bought for, what is it, $7.93. Now, for Half-Life Complete, which is basically every single game that has to do with Half-Life ever and always, which is usually $40, is only $20. This is interesting.
See, I feel really dumb because, well, I mean, I bought Sonic Generations at launch, and at launch it was $40. No, it was 50. It was $50, but I got it for 40 because of a coupon. But so people that buy it for $40, now you can buy it on Steam for 15.
Or you could pay 15 and get every Sonic game.
Yeah, you may as well just do that.
That's
But
what I
honestly,
did.
you can get Sonic the Hedgehog 3 with Knuckles, that like if Sonic the Hedgehog 3 like with the extra Knuckles pack for like $2. Come on, people. $2. That's like money that you find like on the road. Like
That's money you find in your friend's
playing
car that you put in
that
your pocket.
that's money that you find in your dryer.
It's
Oh,
basically the same money that you would give to the hobo who would use it
I
just for
don't.
booze.
I
It's the
know.
quarters that you
Stop.
find between the seats in your car.
Amnesia, Dark Descent, one of the scariest games you will ever play, my good sir. Sits 79.
You could afford that when you pickpocket people.
You horrible, horrible person, you.
I feel
Far
like
Cry
I
Blood
feel,
Dragon, the most intense 90s game ever. 11/24. It wasn't made in the 90s. I mean, it just feels 90s.
I
Andy
just
will Andy will like this one. EV Online, 50% off. Instead of $20, it's 10.
Yep.
9.97.
By the way, it's Eve, not Evie.
I'm actually thinking about getting this because it's in
It's Eve,
space
not
and I
Evie.
enjoy space.
I definitely suggest it if you are someone that likes an open world RPG style gameplay, but that literally has
Yes.
no rules. And it's one of the few games that has the steepest learning curve. The entire population shares one server because it's the only game that is one of the few games actually, because there are a few that are following in the same footstep. Single shard universe for RPG, but it is so fucking intricate that you have storylines of corporations, alliances, and such that are player created, and all of this stuff is being player driven and has been going on for years. And it's stuff that it's just so fucking wonderful to see it happen. For example, there was actually an event that took place a few days ago on EVE Online. Uh, there are ships in the game world that are worth real money.
Yep, I heard about this.
Now, there is a capital ship. I'm not going to go into the details of it because all of this is going to be gobbledygook unless you're like an EVE player, and even then, we're talking about stuff that alliances. We're talking Pandemic Legion. We're talking fucking. Oh, man. Basically, what Goon Swarm is now, and just them playing themselves. Pandemic Legion got fucking schooled. But the main thing is they got tricked into sending a whole bunch of very, very expensive, very, very hard to get ships. Ships that are usually the size of small moons. Ships that would take months of coordinated work with hundreds, if not thousands, of people across the world in order to achieve or to get in game. And that are worth, in real world money, hundreds, if not thousands of real dollars. So what happens is that all of these were taken out. The first of a certain type of ship, which can only be found in a very, very rare, very, very difficult, very, very insane scenario, which, once again, won't get into it. We're talking about the Sanchas super carrier. First one ever destroyed ever in the game's history. In fact, many people didn't even think it was possible to destroy these things, but yes, it was destroyed. And sunk and printed out on every single fucking form of media like a clarion call for EVE Online players. And they're looking at a few $1,000 or more in actual loss. These guys don't play, in the kitty sandbox. This is like real stuff. This is companies and corporations and alliances of people just playing around, but they're so organized and they're so old that it literally becomes a true self-propelling political drama. purely driven by the actions of people because the devs have nothing to do with this. The only thing, the devs are religious when it comes to the point of not like pushing anything to happen unless it's like a special event. For example, the fall of what was it? It was a couple of months ago. There was a planet that was under siege or something like that. It was being held in Galante space. Oh my god, I can't remember the opposing force. Anyway, the main thing was that there was a super carrier that was driven by the NPCs. It got blown up. The players were all like, "Oh my god!" And the system itself was so congested that over 2,000 people were in the same system, and the server had to be cut off before it would shut down because there were many clients connected to that server at the same time. 2,000 people working at the same thing. I've never heard of this equate into any other game. 2,000 individuals doing the same thing or trying to achieve the same goal in 2,000 different manners. That's not counting the amount of people that were actually playing Dust 514, which is a first-person shooter, free first-person shooter that they have for PS3 that you can join in, that is actually part of the same world and in the same server universe. So you have multiple platforms, multiple game types. It's deep. And I've babbled on enough. Try EVE Online. Contact me for a free 14-day trial.
We're really doing good with ads. Shit. Alright. So now we're going to cover one last topic and then that's it. Because it's like 12 in the morning.
Oh, crap. I got work.
I know, me too. Let's say, new Ratchet and Clank game was announced today.
Will be
Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus. They are finally going back to the original formula of none of this bullshit with All for One or what was the other one? Something. But the last two Ratchet and Clanks were shit. I personally didn't like A Crack in Time. I thought it was crap. But I loved Tools of Destruction. I think Tools of Destruction is the best game they've ever made. But we're finally going to have a sequel. It's going to be on the PS3. It's going to be $30. I mean, $40. They're going back.
Do you think it's going to be a hit, though? Like, has enough information been revealed, or are we just surmising that it's going to be a good game?
They've released some videos. It looks pretty cool.
I haven't been able to keep up with this. I do like Ratchet and Clank also. I just, I don't know, are we still going to be dealing with the same level of like, ha ha ha, that's funny?
Oh, yeah,
or are
they
we just
had
looking
that.
at a push for it?
You have a
they're
gun
just
that
saying,
turns enemies into snowmen.
That's always fun, as opposed to a gun that turns them into chickens.
Oh, I love that. I love the one thing in Tools of Destruction. I don't know if you played it, but you had a disco ball that you could throw up in the sky,
Yeah.
and the enemies just dance
Everyone
uncontrollably.
just does
It's fucking awesome.
do the hustle.
Oh, I love it, because then at one point, if you collect enough bolts, I think it's like 10 million bolts or something, you can buy a golden disco ball that's unlimited. You could just keep throwing them up instead of like keep on going back. So it's hysterical when you have boss battles. You just throw the disco ball and the boss is just dancing. Oh god, that was awesome. If you guys have never done it, you should really do it.
I'm probably going to have to try it then. I got an emulator going.
An emulator? You don't have a PS3 emulator.
Really?
They don't make it.
Actually, there is a... I got to send you the link then. You might like it.
Well, my GTX 690 is going to be like, haha, I could do it. Really?
You
Do
should
you
be
have
able
a
to.
PS3 emulator? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
It's in software. I got it from a friend at work. I got to show it to you. He has it on the site. You got to download it. It's only I only got 2 games on it, so I don't know if there are any rips for it though.
Really?
Yes. Dude, there's a Nutspot 360 emulator. There's
Yeah, why is it so surprising, if I may ask?
I just didn't think they would actually get that done. There.
There is not a lot of, say, was it ROMs for it, but the emulator does work, and there are some ROMs for
Holy shit. Well, fuck my PS3. I'm just gonna run my PS3 on my PC.
it. Okay. I wanted to go over a couple of replies, just 2 or 3, quickly.
Okay, and then we're wrapping this
From
shit up.
yeah, from last video. I am motherfucker Jones. Says that he always pictured me as a mixture between Bob Barker and Terry Crews. Just wanted to reiterate that I do not hate this.
Wait, speaking of the last show, did anyone do the drawing thing?
No.
We never received anything, so
Didn't think so.
I guess it's still on, ladies and gentlemen. Spectral Raziel, I'm sorry if I'm saying the name incorrectly. We got an interesting conversation going between the 3 of us about what Sony can or can't do, depending on when it comes to hardware standard and price. I don't know, Jack. What was your final tally on that?
For what?
Spectre Raziel, you are forgetting that Sony can do the same exact thing. What is it? Remember, they filed used game patents, but they saw the huge backlash against Microsoft for DRM, got nervous. They were going to force the iToy like Microsoft did the Kinect. They're also going to... Basically, he's just saying that...
He's basing it all off of speculation. There was no actual proof. Look, Sony wanted to do this with the original PlayStation 3. They wanted to have anti-used games. They patented and at one point said they were going to do it. They decided ultimately to go back on that. So yeah, at any point they can add it. But are they adding it right now? No. Well, all I have to say is Microsoft came out of the gate saying that this was their intentions, whereas Sony came out of the gate saying that is not their intentions. For me, I'm willing to support the company that flat out says, hey, look, we're not going to do it, than the company that basically said, yeah, we're going to do it, but because you guys are bitches and you weren't pre-ordering our stupid-ass system, we're going to change and bend over backwards because we need that mighty dollar.
Pretty much. That's an inarguable point at that point. Nihilist Solitude states that the only real advantage in this scenario would be to have one for a collection, as a collector's item. Now, for everyone else, I definitely suggest you read up on this because it draws a lot of points at stuff that I'm not familiar with, which is the fact that no longer are we living in an age where anything could be collectible. You're looking for misprints and such.
Which I have. I have misprinted games.
I think that's really interesting. That's something that we probably should get into at some other episode.
What? What is that we should get into?
What collecting misprints and such in current market is compared to just collecting stuff from the old days.
Resident Evil Revelations.
Which I have 2 copies of.
Nartuo.
I don't have that.
Why not?
What else do I... Oh, I do have a, Metroid Prime Trilogy unopened. Whoa.
I guess that also works.
That one actually is considered one of the rarest Wii games.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Yup. Because Nintendo made them for, I think 2 months they manufactured them, and, they're now going for almost $120 plus.
Damn.
Kind of sounds like Xenoblade. If anyone has a copy of Xenoblade that they do not want anymore, I will be happy to buy it from you.
Isn't that sad that Kevin has a copy of it?
We should probably set up a P.O. box if people want to send us crap.
No, do not send us anything.
Oh, come on. That's always fun.
No, it's not.
Unless it's Xenoblade.
Obviously, we're not going to open it, but if it's games like that, definitely interesting.
No, I'm not a freeloader. Sorry. If you guys want to send me money, you can do it at...
And final one is Red Knight 802. 15 minutes of fun sounds like something that could be taken out of context. Yes, that is why I reiterate, my safe word is apples. I don't know what your safe word is.
Mine is... I don't know. I never had a reason to stop.
Oh my. He lives the life at maximum. And Kira, safe word?
I don't have one.
Should
I
probably
guess.
start thinking about it, especially if we're going to provide 15 minutes of entertainment.
I
Well,
don't know. What's
no,
yours again?
this apples,
Apples.
Why?
banana.
Well, the point is, we're not going to get into safe words, and that kills the joke and makes this utterly uncomfortable.
I'm not uncomfortable. I'm just getting naked.
Well, that's because you're insane. But that's a different story.
What if my safe word was platypus?
Ooh, touche,
Ooh, ah.
touche.
Naughty girl. But
Which,
yeah,
by
it
the
works.
way, we have to have somebody come up with a logo for UGP, and you bet your ass a platypus
It
has
needs to
to be
involve
in it.
platypus.
Yes.
So people that are or are not artists but can draw a
Look,
platypus.
you know what? Look at it this way. You know how, like, Colin Moriarty, that douchebag, you know, the guy who thinks he's all that, the guy that will be fired at some point because he's a biased prick. That Colin Moriarty started
Yep.
the whole beyond. Ours is platypus. That's right, you fucker.
Oh, poor platypus. Well, does anyone else have anything else to add?
No. Uh,
Yep, that is the same type of
that's the
spitting wit you
that's,
can expect from UGP.
Yeah, that's what happens when you record UGP after 12, because it's 12:46.
Damn, it's already 1 a.m. So, from here at UGP, good night, everybody.
Take care, I guess.
Platypus.
It's my line.
Heh, heh, heh. Well, it's my safe word, so
I knew there was a reason why we put Kira on the show.
Jesus.
I'm only good for making fun of Andy.
Really.
But I'm okay with that.